I can talk with all the authority that by the time this transfer window closes and Arsenal has gone ahead to do all these signings, they are going to be the best team that has gone ahead to really take on this transfer by storm. Here, Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, Ilkay Gundogan, Julian Timber, Lavia. Oh my God. Arsenal aren't going to be an easy team to attack next season. If at all, if they really get all these deals over the line, it's really going to be a new Arsenal that has been refurbished and obviously elevated to the next level, as we front you a story coming in from Fabrizio Romano and very many other credible journalists concerning Romeo Lavia to Arsenal. Talks are advancing, they are accelerating, and looks like the player is sold on an idea to go on and really join Arsenal. Smash the like button, close to 300 times. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. How do we subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time we upload a video onto this YouTube channel. Now, it's really great to be having you onto this channel. Rokani David is my name, aka RD. You can as well follow us onto our Twitter handle at Rokani Media FB. In case you feel like you want to be there, go and join us there, because you guys are really great and so much important onto this channel, because lots of news flows that side that we cannot come here and do. If at all you've gone ahead to notice, in every episode we do 3 stories, meaning that if at all we do 6 stories a day, those are 18 stories. But if at all you go and check our Twitter feed, there are close to 100 stories or tweets coming in from different journalists concerning every team: Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, name it. But here we are talking Romeo Lavia, we are talking Kalvin Phillips, and there is another story concerning Azpilicueta season of Chelsea making his move to join his former Chelsea manager known as Thomas Tuchel, who Arsenal have gone ahead to fail on a front of Declan Rice. Now, I brought you a story like 2 days back concerning Lavia. It was a confirmation coming in from Fabrizio Romano that Arsenal are interested into Lavia. And David Austin also told us that talks are really on the way, and today we've gotten another huge update coming in from Fabrizio Romano as far as Lavia to Arsenal is concerned. And what did the story read? It read, understand, Arsenal are advancing talks to sign Romeo Lavia. Negotiations ongoing with Southampton and players camp. Still no official bid. Southampton want record fee for Romeo Lavia. Man United remain interested, but priority is Mason Mount. Chelsea keeping close eye. That is it. So, Arsenal talks with Lavia are really accelerating, and Southampton are calling for record fee to get in the player over the line. Now, after that, Fabrizio Romano also went ahead and added the following: that understand, Arsenal are advancing in talks to sign Romeo Lavia. Negotiations ongoing Southampton and players camp. Still no official bid yet. Southampton hope for their record fee for the under 21. Man United interested, but priority is Mason Mount. Keep close eye. After that, Romano brought. After that, Ryan Taylor Sport told us that on Romeo Lavia, talks positive on personal terms between Arsenal and Belgian midfielder, but Southampton is 45 million valuation considered steep by Arsenal and others, including Chelsea, despite the 50 million proposal they presented via intermediaries last summer. That is it. And then Jacob Steinberg has told us that Arsenal are interested in Romeo Lavia, but have not yet bid, and that is not tied to the outcome of their pursuit of Declan Rice. They are in talks with Southampton and the 19-year-old's representatives in their voice. So, I've gone ahead to really read to you all the tweets that are really linking Romeo Lavia to Arsenal. And you've heard it all, that Arsenal are really talking with Southampton. Talks with the players' side are really moving on well, very positive, and it looks like Arsenal's concrete interest for a player known as Romeo Lavia, that I refer to as a Caicedo alternative, are really moving in the right direction. But where is the hinge that might really stop Arsenal from really getting this player. It's all about the amount of money, the valuation. Southampton are calling in for £45 million. Arsenal believe he is not worth that amount of money. But in this market, if you're looking at a player who is talented like Romeo Lavia, sign him at that amount of money, 19 years of age. To me, I see he's worth it. Why is he worth it? Benjamin White went in for £50 million. You understand? £15 million, right? And then he was like 20, because he came in 2020, right? 2021, that's when he came in through at Arsenal. That is Benjamin White. So he was like 22 years of age. This boy is 19, but he was among the top 5 CDMs in the Premier League, 5 or 6 or 10. And to make it to the top 5 of the Premier League CDMs, you need to be good. Casemiro, I think only Casemiro, Rodri, Paulinho, Caicedo, and I think Declan Rice. They are the only ones that we are really above him. But the rest of the players, this 19-year-old played far much better than them. And he has a resale value. You are selling him at the age of 19, £45 million. To me, I believe it's really a deal that Arsenal should go ahead and do, And it's not like Arsenal is going to go ahead and really pay £45 million up front. I really understand they will pay like £30 million up front, and £15 million will come on as add-ons. And I ask myself, why is Arsenal making it hard for themselves to get this deal out of the way? Because if you're to go in for those 4 players that Arsenal are interested in, they need close to £250 million. That's it. Declan Rice 100, Kai Havertz. Sorry about that. Kai Havertz will go for 60. Julian Timber 50. That is 210 plus the 45 of Lavia. That is £260 million. That's supposed to be the budget of Arsenal. And trust me, with the interest of United present, Chelsea present, and very many other teams that we don't know, Southampton is not going to really be in a rush. No way. They are going to take their time, and their target is to call in for a bidding war. Chelsea are trying to get the deal of Moise Caicedo over the line, and after getting it over the line, they want to sell Ziyech, Eduardo Mendy, Khalid Koulibaly, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Saudi Arabia, such that they get in money to balance up their books before the end of 30th of June. And after that is done, if Arsenal cannot accelerate and really get this deal over the line, Chelsea are going to come in through and hijack it. Unless otherwise, Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to convince Lavia more than how Pochettino is going to go ahead and really throw into the convincing tongue. But obviously, you'll understand that Arsenal is standing a better chance to convince Lavia to join them. Why? They are playing 4 competitions, and he'll already tell him that I'm going to sell Xhaka, is out of the way. Thomas Partey is leaving. You and Declan Rice are going to be my midfield partnership alongside Jorginho. You're going to be competing for those 2 midfield positions. So don't expect not to be played enough. I promise to give you enough playing time. When you look at the crop of young players at Arsenal, it's another factor that is going to make Lavia's decision to join Arsenal easily. But all that has been said, the big question remains: is Arsenal willing to meet the realistic valuation of Southampton for Romeo Lavia? Because for them, they see it as unrealistic. That is Lavia for you. So that's what is clouding around the deal of Arsenal and Lavia. It's all about the amount of money. Arsenal have not yet made their first bid, but I think for this time they should find themselves in a position of really making their bid, and obviously got accepted by the Southampton side, because for the 3 deals they've gone ahead to make bids, Arsenal has found themselves in a situation of those bids being turned down by these respective clubs. Declan Rice, 2 bids turned down. Kai Havertz, 1 bid turned down. Julian Timber, one bid turned down. So Arsenal needs to find themselves in a situation of wanting this bid of Lavia to go through. So that's it all about Romeo Lavia. And let's get to Manchester City. Obviously, Kalvin Phillips, they signed him for £55 million from Leeds, and he has been having a very bad debut season at Man City. The shoulder injury became a problem. He was brought in through as a replacement for Fernandinho, who departed last summer from Man City. Kalvin Phillips has said, "My intention is to stay at Man City. We've just won the treble, so there is no reason for me to leave. I cannot give it 12 months and say I'm not playing, so I'm going to leave." That's what he's saying. So he's so much optimistic of his stay at Man City, and I do give him a benefit of doubt. Do you know why? Look at Jack Grealish. His first season was abysmal. That's it. The second season, he has gone ahead to show us what he has got in him, though not yet to the levels that he's supposed to be playing at, but I think he's having a better season than the one he had at Man City. So we anticipate that next season, Kalvin Phillips is going to find himself in a position of playing more at Man City, especially with the situation of Ilkay Gundogan leaving, though they are bringing in Mateo Kovacic, and Kevin De Bruyne getting injuries. That means they might go for a midfield three of Kalvin Phillips, Rodri, and Kovacic, as Kalvin Phillips can play as a box-to-box midfielder. He can play as a central defensive midfielder. You remember him very well in the English national side that played until the finals of the Euros. He was playing that double pivot with Declan Rice, and Declan Rice was the sitting midfielder, and Kalvin Phillips was the moving midfielder who always did a lot. He's a really talented player that and he's really great at the ball. But I really anticipate that next season is going to be his last, if at all he doesn't perform better at Man City. It's the last trial, so that's the last dance for him if at all he doesn't show up and obviously prove to the manager that he's really worth what the manager believes this player is. And lastly, let's do something concerning Azpilicueta Caesar. Story coming in from Christian Falk, Cred Boss House, Tier 1 journalist, coming in from the German side. He works for Bild Sport, and he has told us that Bayern have Chelsea defender Cesar Azpilicueta on their shortlist as a potential alternative to replace Benjamin Pavard if a deal for Kyle Walker cannot be completed. Tuchel has a good relationship with his former captain at Chelsea and stayed in touch. That is it. And I wonder what Thomas Tuchel is all about. I don't know why they are looking in for a right back. Joshua Kimmich can be played as a right back, right? Konrad Laimer is another one that can be played as a right back. They've just signed him on a free from, what's the name of the club? Leverkusen. Not Leverkusen, RB Leipzig. He can play as a right back. And I'm asking myself, I told you you're having Mazrui, if Pavard leaves, you don't need a right back. You don't need a right back. So I really understand the situation at Chelsea, at Bayern Munich. But Thomas Tuchel looks like he just wants to go ahead and really bring in his own players that are going to really fight for him and put their bodies on the line to fight for his stay at Bayern Munich. Not a bad idea, but I really anticipate Cesar Azpilicueta, not a good signing for me. I think they would have gone ahead to really not sign a right back, because Joshua Kimmich can be played as a right back, and Gretzka and Konrad Laimer can be played to the double pivot. Then you let Jamal Musiala lead the line, so we play as the central attacking midfield. That's it. But to my own understanding, looks like Bayern Munich are really so much onto the hit and miss game. They missed out on Declan Rice, Harry Kane, Caicedo, which other player, and very many others. The only positive signing, all positive deal that is looking towards them is Kim Min-jae, and it's because United is still having a very bad scenario as far as its takeover situation is concerned. If it's resolved earlier, you might suit either that can be a U-turn if United offer a huge salary and some good agent fees for the player of Kim Min-jae. So, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Lavia to Arsenal talks accelerating. Talks are really advancing. What do you make of Kalvin Phillips saying that I'm not going to leave Man City, come rain, come sunshine, after my first worst season? And lastly, what do you make about Cesar Azpilicueta going to Bayern Munich? Does it make sense? I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you abundantly. Me out for now.